Hi everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen and another kitchen basic. Today I'm going to touch on a southern classic. I'm going to show you how to make a proper pot of homemade milk grits. Creamy and delicious. I know you're going to love them. And if you don't know about grits, I'm going to teach you a little bit about them. So let's go see how these all come together. Today I'm going to show you how to make a proper pot of grits. If you are not familiar with grits, then this is what we would typically call milk grits. The secret is starting with the right kind of grits. Now, these are the only kind of grits that I will use. These are the Bob's Red Mill. The white corn grits, I feel, is really the secret here. You can use yellow. Also, I'm going to tell you right now, as it says, also known as polenta. Polenta is nothing more than corn grits. You can use this for many different applications. You can use for shrimp and grits. You can use it just as polenta. You can spread it in a sheet pan and let it cool, then cut it into squares and fry it. You can do a lot of things with grits, and you can do sweet or savory applications, but the one thing I will say is do not follow the cooking directions on the back of the package, because you will end up with a pot of cement and not a pot of delicious creamy grits. So I'm going to set those aside. What you are going to need to make these grits: 3 cups of water, 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of cream, 5 cups of liquid to 1 cup of grits.
2 cups of half and half.
Or you could do 2 cups of half and half. Exactly. I'm using 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of cream. You can also use 2 cups of half and half and 3 cups of water. You can also use 3 cups of water and 2 cups of milk. You're going to find the magic spot for your particular taste. This is where ours is. I have a half a stick of butter. We're going to finish it off with that. We're also going to use half a teaspoon of salt. So what I'm going to do is meet you over at the stove, and then I will show you what happens next. Okay, I went ahead and I put all of our liquid in our cooking pot. So our water, milk, and cream are in here. I'm going to go ahead and toss in our half teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to turn this on a medium-high heat, and we're going to bring this to a simmer. You don't want to put your grits in until your liquid is simmering. So we're going to bring that to a simmer, and we'll be right back. Okay, our liquid has come to a simmer. And then what we're going to do is we're going to slowly stream our grits in while whisking. You don't want to dump these in all at one time. You want to shake.
That makes lumps.
And stir, and stir, and stir, and stir, and stir some more. Okay? And then what you want to do is you want to stand here. And this is just how I do it. You don't want to leave this pot. Okay? The first thing you're going to want to do is turn this now down to medium heat. And then you're just going to stand here and you're going to continue to whisk until this becomes thick and beautiful. But the one thing I will warn you is that grits like to spit. When they start to get thick, they will spit at you. So just be really careful.
Don't do it naked. And
don't cook grits naked. Right. Great advice, honey. I can always count on you for those really good little nuggets. I want to tell you guys what grits are in case you don't know. Grits are corn that has been dried and then ground to a coarse meal. This is not to be confused with hominy grits, which are corn that has been dried, then soaked in lye.
Could you tell them who started grits?
Grits were brought to us by the Native Americans. What's not a surprise to me, because the Native Americans of North America would have had corn as one of their main crops. They probably didn't use a lot of milk. They probably didn't use any milk. They probably just made it with water. So what we're going to do is continue to stir and whisk and stir. We'll be back when these are ready to go and we move on to our next step. Okay, I graduated from my whisk to a wooden spoon, and you can see these are spitting, so that's where you want to be really careful. There's like little little pockets of molten lava there, and they will spit on your skin. But you can see how thick my grits have become now, and we're ready to turn them off. You want to continue to stir these while they're cooking because you don't want them to scorch on the bottom, and you always want to make sure that you turn your heat down. If you have a nice heavy bottom pot, like this is a stainless steel pot, but it's aluminum clad on the bottom, so it conducts heat really well. You're not going to get burnt, but you just want to make sure it doesn't scald, and the way to do that is to keep it moving. You don't want it to scorch on the bottom. Now, this is a half a stick of butter, but I honestly don't think I'm going to use all of it. Let's use half and see where we go. And then people can add more to their individual servings if they so choose. So there's 2 tablespoons of butter in there. We're just going to finish it. And that's how you make a beautiful pot of delicious, creamy milk grits. It's so pretty. We're going to be having these with brunch this morning. I'm going to be just frying up some eggs and some sausage patties. And Rick likes to have toast with his grits. So, that's what we're going to do. So I'll bring you back and I'll show you what our brunch looks like. There you have it. There is our brunch all ready to go, and our creamy milk grits, and I tasted them and they're perfect. Now we're also having these with some over easy eggs and some sausage patties. And you guys, this is just an aside. I'm just letting you guys know that we tried these sausage patties because they were in our budget. We wanted some sausage patties in the freezer. You guys, these are really good. And I want to show you, you see the finished product there? This is what they look like when they come out of the bag.
Oh, shrinkage.
They didn't shrink at all. And very little grease came out of them. I was really super impressed. And I'm going to show you the ingredients. I was really impressed, the sparse ingredients. That's what you want to see. There's not a whole lot of crap in them. If you like to have sausage patties every now and then for breakfast, these are a great thing to have in the freezer. Back to the grits. There's our creamy grits. So delicious. Now, listen. Everybody likes their grits a different way. Some people like their grits sweet. Some people like their grits with just salt and pepper. And some people like them with cheddar cheese. Some people like them with molasses or sorghum or maple syrup. Right, Molly's like, some people like them with shrimp. Shrimp and grits is huge in the South. But everybody in our house kind of enjoys them a different way. I like them just like this, plain, or with a little golden syrup on them. I also like them with cheddar cheese in them. It just depends on the day. But as your grits sit, they're going to get a little, they're going to tighten up a little. So you can add a little milk to them, or you can put a pat of butter, whatever is your taste. But that's how you make a proper pot of delicious creamy milk grits. Again, you can use just plain water if you like. That's entirely up to you. But just like with anything else, the milk is going to make it more delicious. That being said, when I make cream of wheat, I don't like putting milk in my cream of wheat. I only like using water. So that's entirely up to you and your personal taste. But that's how I make them, and I hope that if you didn't know how to cook them, I hope that you understand now too. So if you like this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And if you're new to my kitchen, welcome. It's always a pleasure to welcome new friends. If you liked what you saw, please hit that subscribe button. And if you are a tried and true member of the Noreen's Kitchen family, be sure to go down below and ring my bell, because we don't want you to miss out on all the real food for real people, real easy recipes that we present all the time right here on our YouTube channel and straight from our kitchen. I hope that you give making grits a try sometime soon, and I hope you love them. And until next time, I'll see ya.